On a previous episode of Real Women.
With class, when you go on and on and on and on, this is what some people, especially men, put in a category of nagging, because they say that because Hello, I'm Valee Smith. Welcome to Real Women, Real Class, where we discuss each week what it means to be a woman with real class. Each week I'll share tips on etiquette, grooming, and personal development. This week, my topic is on communicating with class. The first category is too much personal information. Ladies, when you first meet someone, this is particularly for when you first meet someone. And when if you haven't known this person for years and you're more familiar with them and you know their character and their trustworthiness, then it's okay. But in the beginning, when you first meet someone, one of the first things not to do is share too much personal information, such as how much you make, what's in your bank account, the cost of your mortgage. That's for family, friends, and people you are more familiar with. I see a lot of young ladies that share too much information. And remember, whatever you put out there to draw somebody, that's the only thing they're going to be attracted to. So if you're putting out there your financial information, that person more than likely will use that to take advantage of you. Be discreet with your personal information in the beginning. That equals class. Number 2, going too far. This is when sometimes when you've been offended or you're angry and you're hurt. And as females, we're emotional by nature. Sometimes when you're letting someone know that you're responding to being hurt and offended, you'll go too far. You keep repeating the offense over and over and over, and then you just keep beating a dead horse when it's too much, and then you go even dig into that person on a personal level. It's too much. Simply state your feelings. You can simply say, you hurt me, or I didn't appreciate you coming off on me like that, or something exactly on how you feel, and let it go. Don't keep going on and on and on. Just cut it off, because the person hurt you the first time, or they intended to do whatever they did to you to offend you. So once you simply state your point, either they will apologize or they won't, or either way you will know exactly how to handle that person. That's handling it with class. When you go on and on and on and on, this is what some people, especially men, put in a category of nagging, because they say that because you have already stated the point one time. That's all that needs to be stated. Let it go, and a classy woman will hold her tongue and keep it moving and move on. Number 3, public communication. When we're out in public, ladies, remember when you have, your conversations need to be, you're out in public, but your conversations need to be private. If you're on a cell phone, particularly if you're on a cell phone and you're around other people, such as in the bank, at the bank, or at the grocery store, and you receive a call on your cell phone, most of the time they have up signs to say no cell phone use. Well, this is a time for, if you have to take that call, make sure that only you and the person on the other end can hear your conversation. That make your conversation low and private. This will represent class. This makes you look more classy. When someone is all loud and boisterous and you can hear their conversation, who's at the hospital, who's having surgery, how does that make you feel? Aren't you annoyed? Aren't you irritated? Because you don't want to hear all that. Well, keep in mind the same thing. People are watching you and they don't want to hear your conversations. So let's recap. This week on Communicating with Class, we talked about not sharing too much personal information. Be discreet and wait until you know a person for a while before you see why they're in your life, and if they have integrity and if they're going to stick around before you start sharing certain things. Number 2, don't beat a dead horse. Don't go on and on and on about an offense or being angry. Handle yourself with class and state your offense one time, wait for the response or not, and let it go. Number 3, public communication. Keep your conversations low and private. Nobody wants to hear all your conversation, and it takes away from your classiness. That's it for this week, ladies. I hope you learned something, or I said something that will plant a seed and stick in your mind on communicating with class. If you like this video, please like, share it, subscribe, and comment below. I'd really like your comments on what you thought about this video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you again next week.